This morning, I sent a message to my husband. Did you dry the laundry? And did you pack water bottles? To my son, staying in Osaka, heading to the football match. Yes, I am a normal mother who is taking care of my family, the same as your mom and dad. That's why I'm surprised to be here today as a TED speaker, walking like this on the stage. Actually, this was one of my dreams, by the way. My point is, everyone like me can act for the solution of our social issues. That's what I want to share today. My idea is to cherish your friends and get involved in the background. That would be a route for taking an action to the social issues. Because if your friend is in need of help, you would move for that person, right? That can be a solution of social issues. So today, I want to talk about how each one of us can take part in the solution of our social issues. It seems to be difficult, or looks like the matters that top elite people such as UN organization or a big company must deal with. But I am a mother. So some of you here sitting in this room, do you know the way of supporting Africa or someone who is starving? But if it has to be except the way of donation, do you think of anything else rather than donating money? I want all of you here think of one scene. One day, you may leave your home for the new life after graduation. You may live in Tokyo or somewhere else alone. One day, you have trouble or illness or get involved in an accident, and you don't know what to do. When you ask your friend to help, your friend said, "I'm really sorry, I can't visit you as I'm staying far, but you can use my money sending through mobile." What do you think? You asked your friend for help because you wanted that person to move for your situation, right? You may feel anxiety, loneliness, or even it may be anger. However, donation itself is really needed and makes it possible for international organizations to implement project as a big scale by an organization level, which means profits a lot of people. So what I'm doing is just as an individual level. Please make sure that point. So now I am managing the shop called Inshuti. The Inshuti is the fashion brand using African batik fabric. And my friends are helping me to continue my activity both in Rwanda and Japan. The brand name Inshuti means friends in Rwandan local language. My life work challenge is express my love to my friends. I wanted to become friends with people in Rwanda and people in Africa. That is the original meaning of naming Inshuti to my brand. When I was living in Rwanda as an accompanying family with 2 kids, I was doing voluntary work at the NPO. One day, I met one village called Miobe. There were historically marginalized people. They had a long time ago, they used to hunt in the forest. They hadn't used money. They hadn't been to school. So they had no idea how to survive. When the government decided to readjust the division of the land, this group came to Miobe. They used to hunt in the forest and making potteries by hands. When I visited at Miobe for the first time in 2017, it was so awful situation at that village. People were asking money, seeing us taking a car, and wearing proper clothes. Children were so hungry that they couldn't talk in a loud voice. Clothes and shoes were not enough, and some of them were shaking by freezing weather. Surrounded by beautiful mountains, the scenery from that village is awesome. Contrasts to the poverty. In this situation, I could feel I can do something because at least I can read and write. I have friends who can listen to these matters. I can ask my friends to give advice for the people what to produce here in Miobe. I can tell the reality for my friends who cannot stand on this site. Then I decided to open one-year project using my last period of staying in Rwanda and managed that project. As I didn't want to support only by carrying money, together with the food supply, I set up the training courses. Mothers and fathers who joined were eager to learn how to sew, how to do embroidery, and how to make soap. One of them came only 3 days after delivering her baby. It was amazing. They haven't learned how to read and write before the training, so it might be hard. But they were so serious. I was so impressed to see their attitude. Dignity makes people to face forward, I noticed. I saw their significant difference after 7 months. I saw them smiling. They started to clean their house every morning. They have found the bond of family and hope by work. Through this project management, I found I want to produce opportunities and places which people have dignity. Seeing them, dreamed to have my own shop. Maybe it might take 10 years, I don't know, until people in Miobe can produce something has the quality of selling in Japan. Then I can prepare my shop for the time being ready. Then I started to research how I can prepare while I live in Rwanda, looking at every kind of shops at Kigali, and checked if I can import some products as I checked if I can import the products selling as the products made in Rwanda. So I visited my friend Grace. for sharing my vision. This Lady Grace is one of my business partners now. She is 10 years older than me. She was always smiling and making my orders by African fabric. We met each other. She was together with me since the very first stage of my stay in Rwanda, and now 7 years have passed. When it came to time, I had to come back to Japan. She talked about her painful experience she was suffering by the genocide. She was about to die. Her husband was killed, and she ran away with her 3 kids. Her body was taken into the hall for the dead people. One soldier pulled her out from there, so she was okay. Even worse, she lost her husband a few years later, and she showed me a big scar on her leg. I feel pain because she's my close friend. I can't believe why she can face forward. Even she has experienced such a tragic history. She's so tough, and even she's supporting other ladies around her. In this way, I have friends in Africa whom I want to live together on the same world. And those friends are still need to be got close for trying to stand up from poverty and trauma. Through these opportunities, my answer for supporting Africa is to get close to the friends by circulating business which supports their basic daily life. African batik fabric like this is really attractive and makes us happy by those unique design and colors. I want to do my business as one of the solutions of social issues which is painful, sad, and takes negative energy for advocating to the world. But through these products, I can introduce my idea for them to join. And I can introduce my friends who exist behind the products. The power of being connected as friend. For example, being fond of my shop or better products, opinions for the better products or product development, or asking me to join pop-up shop or event, any kind of opportunities can be solution for the poverty and peace for the better world. In our daily life, just to have a little bit of curiosity. That's the opening point to your action. Even if it's small action, we can convert it to huge when each one of us acts all together, right? I know friendships sometimes tiresome. Sometimes they would happen, fighting each other, would to exhaust it to keep the friendship. But after staying long period or co-experienced together, makes the friendship tight after up and down. And that can be, but that friendship can connect you with people even in Africa, like my case. So why don't you asking your friend, what is the matter he or she is facing? Let's watch out the social situation in need of help through your friend you cherish. That can be that you cherish. And that action can change the world step by step. In my case, that was social issue in Africa, but it can be any field. To know is the first step, and care about the person you like, you love. Because we cannot live by myself. It's very simple. I believe every one of us can take part in the solution for our social issues. To love your friends, and we can make the world peaceful. Thank you.